There are only two types of games I really enjoy playing: shooter games and story games. To me, those are just the best two genres in all of gaming. Sometimes though, finding a good story game to play is hard. That's why I'm going to be telling you my top 5 personal favorite story games to play. Outlast. Outlast is a horror story game that keeps you on your toes. Outlast is set in a sort of heretics mental asylum where this reporter got an email talking about how there's a lot of inhumane things going on and it needs to be reported on. So a reporter gets there and sneaks his way in with a camera recorder on a mission to get as much information as he can about this place. It gets really dark really quick, and let me tell you, this game is not for the faint of heart. When I was playing this game, I was screaming at my monitor. Also, I recommend playing this game in the dark because it's scary and it really sets the tone. Life is Strange. My second favorite game of all time has to be Life is Strange. I remember first playing it and I was like, this game is really slow, despite the chaotic beginning of the game. But when I got into it, I loved it. It's a kind of slow burn, but the ending is just amazing. I truly loved it, and you wouldn't have expected an ending like this. Life is Strange is a story game about this girl who suddenly finds out that she has time rewinding powers. She also finds out that her town is gonna fall and crash and burn, and she's on this journey to find out what this power has to do with that, and she's trying to find a way to stop all that from happening. I think my explanation of this game is horrible, but honestly, if you're looking at this game and like thinking about buying it, literally buy it. It's the best game ever, and it's worth it. Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is one of my personal favorites. I've played 2 Tomb Raider games and currently playing the third. There's Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider, and the one I'm currently playing is Shadow of Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is an amazing game with also good graphics. The story is not too long, but sometimes it can feel lengthy. Tomb Raider is filled with puzzles that you have to solve in order to progress. So it's a good game if you also enjoy puzzle games. Tomb Raider is a story game that follows a girl named Lara Croft who follows her dad's footsteps in finding ancient and hidden myths and artifacts in different islands. There are many side quests and optional tombs to discover within the story. Rise of Tomb Raider has an epic DLC. Also, not to mention, this game has a lot of action and fighting scenes, so if you're into that, this game is perfect for you. Resident Evil 2 Remastered, or any of the Resident Evil games. When you're looking for a story game to play, Resident Evil is always my go-to. It's eerie and has gory zombies that run after you. It's a great game that I thoroughly enjoy playing. The fun thing about Resident Evil is that there are so many remastered versions of the original series, so you have a variety when it comes to your choice of game/price. It has a solid story and involves solid characters and has great graphics. There are also mostly puzzles in the story that you have to solve in order to progress farther in the story. It's also a little scary, but not as scary as Outlast, as I was definitely not screaming in terror, but I did have my fair share of little shrieks and whatnot. Soma. Soma is another one of my favorites, even though I haven't been able to finish it. Soma is a horror game that is about a man that goes in for a brain scan. He puts on the brain scan gear, but when he takes it off, he finds himself in a completely different era. He finds out he is set centuries later and is living in a robot's body. Turns out there was an apocalypse of some sort, and he is now underwater. Not a human is around, and some human souls have been transferred into robots, but the amount of robots that remain are very few. This game also includes deep, dark underwater swimming, which I find terrifying, and there's a bunch of monsters in this game that actually freak me out. I haven't been able to finish this game because I couldn't get past a certain point, and I got lazy, but I do love this game, and I would finish it if I had the time. Anyways, those are my top 5 story games on Steam. I hope you guys found inspiration to buy a new story game. Thanks for watching.